Welcome to Dirty Secrets University, where tuition is the cost of a free subscription, and hitting the bell will set reminders so you never have to miss class again.
Hello and welcome to Dirty Secrets University. I'm so excited for this class because we are doing the YOI bass. I think it's my favorite sound in the entire world. So I'm going to go ahead and play you what we're making today.
That blah blah, that la la, that rah rush. That blah blah, that la la, that rah rush.
All right, we get it. So I really like this patch because it sounds super good as a sustain, or you can make it wobble even faster. So this is a super versatile YOI. I'm going to play it with the sustain patch open.
That blah blah, that la la, that rah rush.
And then the wobble patch, it's basically just a duplicate and it's just moving faster in this area. I love that. So I'm going to make it in Serum 2 just because I want to be able to show you that you can do it in Serum 1 or Serum 2. And I'm also very conflicted on whether I should be doing my tutorials in Serum 1 or Serum 2. I've kind of concluded that it doesn't really matter because Serum is Serum, right? So just let me know what you guys prefer. So now that we have Serum 2 open, we're going to start designing our patch. So right off the start, I'm going to assign my rate to one whole bar, which is going to help the sustain. We need a movement and then a sustain. So this will be our movement, and then the sustain will be our ramp up, and it's just going to, once it reaches max value, it'll just hold. So this is just what I'm going to do right off the start. Later, we can play around with the oscillation and the rate and how fast it moves. So first things first would be to choose our wavetable and the shape that we're going to be working with. I think that you could either be working with a square or some kind of a saw or something in the middle, just something with a lot of harmonics. For today, I'm going to be working in basic shapes. Hello, basic shapes. Basic shapes. You could probably do this one, this one, this one, this one. But I'm going to be working in 5, but you can definitely do it with like 4 or 6. And I'm going to drop it down 3 octaves. Yep. Nice. So where the magic happens is all in the filter. So we're looking for MG low 12. We're going to assign this LFO to our cutoff, but I want it to be around, I don't know, somewhere in the 9 and 12 position when we're looking at the clock. Something in here is usually pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. We definitely want a resonance peak. Definitely boost up the drive. Something in there. What I like about this patch is there's a lot of different sweet spots in the YOI sounds when you're moving filters around ever so slightly. So this is just pretty much the foundation though. Like, feel free to come back and tweak things as you like so you get a nice YOI. I don't usually like sound designing with my sub on, but I will for today. But we can hear it there. So -1. The only thing that I would say about the sub is when you're sound designing with a sub, it's adding frequencies to your sound. So if you choose to want to use a different sub later, I would use an EQ to remove those low frequencies. I wouldn't go in the patch and remove it because they're all contributing frequencies that are being mixed into the sound, if that made any sense. But anyways, back to the patch. This is where we're at. So now that we have our resonant, which is super important, our cutoff, which is giving it that movement, now we're ready for our FX. So we're going to add distortion, and we need our downsample, which is where our nice growly sound is going to come from. So this is with nothing. So you can see you're getting a lot of like tonalities just with how how much drive you're getting. So that's a sweet spot, I think. I like that a lot. So I'm going to leave it here at 37%. But also if you assign this LFO, you can kind of give the drive some movement. But if you want the top of the movement to land where my sweet spot was, I would just bring it down so it lands where I wanted it. If that makes any sense. Nice. So I'm going to leave it at there for now. We're going to add our compressor and we need some multi-brand. I like my ratios to be 3:1. See how like you could hear the sub coming through before? I think I had it at -1 and you can hear that like annoyingness. Okay, so that's nice. And if you want, you can add a little bit of reverb, nothing too crazy. Definitely low decay and size. I think I would make it move as well. Just something like teeny to help fill out some space. Nice, I like that. So that's pretty much our sound. So we like how it sounds on the way up, and if we bring this back down, we're also gonna get a really cool Okay, I know I'm just like messing around in front of you, but that's kind of like the point. Like there's just so many like sweet spots that you can make. And what I also really like about this, which I think is what Tape B kind of does, he just like slows the rate right down and he gets this like long, nice, fat YOI. Know what I mean? And what's nice about patches too is that you don't have to bring everything to max value all the time. Like if I just bring this like this. We're not getting the whole opening of the filter. So this is the sustain version. Obviously, you can play around with your awesome. So when I do things, I like to keep my rate the same, but I like to change the LFO. So I'm going to try to create some eighth notes here. So it moves in eighth notes. Just sounds cleaner to me. I don't know if it's... I don't know, it just sounds better to me. Yeah. Nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the YOI. Let's just change the wavetable position so we can see how it's sounding. If my theory stands. Yeah. Like obviously you just might have to go in here and... Also, you don't need the movement with the distortion, so bypass distortion. Sometimes it's nice to just have it set. Anyways, that's pretty much the sustained and wobbly YOI. It's a super fun patch to play around with. You get some really cool tonal sounds. And as always, thank you for being here. Please let me know if you'd rather Serum 1 or Serum 2, and I will catch you in the next one.
Class dismissed.